What's happening, everybody? It's your boy DJ 12. This is the Chop Shop Podcast presented by High Def Entertainment. I got my boy DJ Nesto up in here.
What up? What up? What's cracking?
What's popping? Shout out to Rafa Productions all day, baby.
Shout out, Rafa.
Nah, it is the best in the best, the
Yeah.
best in the
No, it
desert.
is.
You know what I mean? As you can see, we already got the party going on already.
Yeah, of course.
We already got the party started. You know
And
what I'm saying?
we keep it going all week
But
long.
you know why we got the party started already? Because we got HD family events in the building right now.
That's right.
Got the homegirl Blanca right here from HD Family Events.
Blanca. Hey.
What's up?
Welcome.
Thank you guys. Appreciate the love.
Sorry, we were trying to get you all drunk before the interview.
I know.
You know what I mean?
No.
We try to do that to everybody. You know what I'm
Yeah. We tried to do that with the mayor of Victorville. It didn't work.
Oh, no.
Nah, it didn't work.
You wanted to shut us down.
Yeah. So are you one of three or one of two of the founders of HD Family Events?
So I'm one of three.
Okay. All right, cool. So you're missing.
Yeah,
Okay.
they left me right
So
here.
you representing today.
Yes,
you
I'm
know what saying?
representing,
That's
yes.
right. That's
She
right.
got no choice.
Okay,
I
so
know,
who
right?
else is, running the
So it's
organization?
my sisters, my sister Rebecca and Bella.
Okay.
So they're vendors as well. They have their own business as well. So, yeah.
Dope. So you're a hustler. Because I see you got HD Family Events, and you also got you do eyebrows too, right?
Yeah, I do permanent makeup as well. And yeah.
Okay, how'd you
that's
get into
good.
that?
You know, I don't know, randomly, like, I just seen girls doing it. And, I took my mom one time to go get them done. And I'm like, man, I could do this, So, yeah, I just bought my own kit myself. And I, started practicing
hustling.
on myself.
Yeah.
up?
And it was really hard because, you're not perfect at first. So it took me years. And there was even a point I wanted to quit. I'm like, I can't do
Yeah.
this. And I'm glad I didn't because,
Yeah.
thank God I've been getting better.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
business is going good.
That's good. Quick question.
Yeah.
How did HD Family Event form, or how did it come to be?
So, me and my sister moved here from Los Angeles, and we met our sister Bella, and she had her own. She was a vendor. She sells sweets, and my sister wanted to start her own taco business, but we didn't have a place to sell. There was no markets out here, no events going on. So yeah, that's how it started. We're like, man, we need to start start doing pop-ups and night market up here. There's nothing to do. There's nowhere where vendors could sell. So yeah, that's how it started. And we just created our little pop-up, at a small location, really small, like 10 vendors. And from there it grew. And we've been growing ever since then.
When did that start? What
That
year?
was in 2022.
Okay.
2022 when it started, yeah. And
So that's
we
like
didn't-
right after COVID when people are looking for stuff to do.
Yeah, exactly. And
They
a
were
lot
tired
of
of being
people are
locked in house all day.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people, moving from a lot of places up to the high desert. They're looking for places and
do.
stuff to do. So, we put this together and we've been growing ever since. So.
See, we talk about this all the time on the show because we interview a lot of people who aren't originally from the high desert. They usually come from LA or down the hill and then they move here. But like we say this all the time, those are the people who are really going to spice it up out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I lived here my whole life.
Oh, okay.
In this neighborhood, like for real. So like there was never nothing to do down here.
Yeah.
All there was to do down here was get in trouble. That's all there
Nothing
was.
but crime.
You know what I mean?
We're a part of it.
Yeah, like that's for sure. So that's why like when I first started seeing you guys come, and I was like, that's what this community needs right here. Is that right there?
Yeah, for sure. When we got here, man, there's nothing to do. And we even, seen Old Town. We seen the potential. Even though people were like, oh, don't go there. It's violence and homeless. And we're like, no, like it's, it has history. It's rich of history.
Yeah.
So, we still believe there's a lot of potential here in Old Town,
And that's a perfect spot, too, because you have all these people that are always in need.
Yeah.
And that's what we like to be doing, events like that to help people that are in need.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We help vendors get their business license. We give them a place to sell that's safe, and they don't have to worry about, the code enforcement coming, shutting them down or, being harassed. So,
Yeah.
like.
So what are some of the struggles you guys face of like starting to do that stuff out here? Was it hard to do that right away, or was it kind of like smooth transition? Like I assume that it was hard to do.
Oh, yes. It was hard. Our first event, they wanted to shut us down. We're like, oh, my God, what do we do? Like the
Typical high
same
desert,
day,
huh? They don't want nothing popping
Yeah,
over here.
we're
City
not doing
never
nothing
wants
else.
nothing to happen.
Yeah, they were threatening us to shut us down, fine us if we could continue doing events without permits. So we started, we had to do the whole process legally, like with permits, vendors. We had to get all of our vendors licensed, permitted within the city. But yeah, it was really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys did it,
And
though.
it's still hard.
Yeah. They were always good events. You know
Yeah.
what I
Thank
mean?
you, thank
You know, one thing, like, you know, me living here my whole life, I kind of know the mentality out here of the people. And I know that when it comes to change or like things that are different, they kind of have a hard time adjusting to these things.
Yeah.
And I felt like when you guys came, you guys were like trying to get it like, you know,
Poppin'.
lively out here.
Exactly,
I
yeah.
feel like the regulars, like the residents that been here for a long
like
time
it.
were kind of not used to it.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, what do you mean go out there and do what? Like they
Yeah.
still don't know what to do. Like, it's almost like they don't know how to have fun.
It's like, it's like they're in shock. Like,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
don't like to see change. I mean,
Yeah,
they're so used to being like this, where there was nothing down here and nothing, no events going on, to when it comes somebody that comes in from, you know, not around here and tries to start doing something.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, what's going on? They're gonna start bringing chaos over here.
Yeah, for
and we don't want that. But you know, in reality, it's not really a chaos. It's more for anybody to come and have a good time.
Yeah, we just wanted to bring the community together, have, you know, the vendors have a safe place to sell.
Yeah.
You know, they're
Yeah.
entrepreneurs too. They're just starting off. You know, they have a vision of, you know, the business they want to create, and you know, we try to help them, making sure like they're permitted. And we've seen vendors start off from, you know, 10 by 10 tents to food trucks. You know, so
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
awesome
you
to
see the growth.
we see the growth,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
and
good.
we even see like people following us to each event that we have, even from the beginning. They're like, "Oh, I remember when you guys did that event, like our first event, you know, in Victorville." So
Where was your first event at?
it was on Nisqually. It was in our office. We had an office on Nisqually and First. It was just a small little parking lot, you know, only like 10 vendors fit, and there was no parking, and we had a crack in, you know, but the vendors, I mean, the neighbors did complain because, you know, the cars were parked all over the street,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so there was no parking. But yeah, a lot of people had fun. We, you know, had our first backpack giveaway. So that was awesome.
Those are always good events. huh?
Yeah, always-
Yeah,
yeah,
we do
always.
one every year too, and it's always good.
Yeah, it's always
Like,
nice to
yeah.
give back to, you know, the community and help
It's always
someone
good to see
out.
the kids when, you know, they come from not having something to, you know, getting a free backpack.
Yeah.
You know, the look in their face it's priceless. So.
Yeah.
And you guys did a few by the courthouse, right? City Hall.
Yeah, we did some at Kaposia. We were there for a while.
Oh,
So,
shout
yeah.
out to Mike.
Yes.
That's where I work at.
Kaposio, yeah, we're so cool. They're really supportive as well.
Yeah.
So it was nice having an event. You know, we had bouncers, we had face painting, entertainment for the kids to come out, you know, and just something come out,
something
eat,
to do.
yeah, something to do. So yeah, it's always nice.
It's tight.
And I know you guys, we were talking to you guys a couple of weeks ago. You guys were saying you guys were doing some stuff in Barstow too, right?
Yeah, now we expanded to Barstow, and it's been amazing over there. We get a lot of support from the community, and yeah, we're just
Shout out to B Town.
yeah,
B-Town,
Barstow.
baby.
Hell yeah! What area in Barstow?
So we're like usually on at Dana Park, right off Barstow
Nice,
Road.
nice.
So we're right off the 15 right there. There's like a big community surrounding the park,
Yeah.
and you know they've all been coming now and supporting, and they always, you know, like, when are you guys gonna come back? And
We gotta
it's
start
awesome.
expanding.
Yeah, expanding, yeah, for
expanding.
And shout out to Del Taco Barstow.
That's right. Yeah.
Those Barstow tacos, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
right. They got the best tacos out there.
Yes, they're the original, right?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, that's the OG one. You
Yeah.
know. Speaking of tacos, so your sister has a taco catering business, right?
Yeah, so that's also why we started our HD family events for her to.
She brought some for us
I
right
know,
now,
right
or
now.
no?
We're gonna have her
I don't
make
want to put
some
her
right
on
now.
blast. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
no?
but I gotta
Oh,
say,
okay.
they are bomb, bro. They are bomb.
And
Yeah.
they're handmade, so she makes them on the spot. They're
Dope.
pink,
And they're
you know?
pink.
Yeah, and they're
That's the
pink,
class
so
right
it's
there.
unique. So yeah,
How many places you seen that sell pink tacos,
I know
bro?
exactly.
Nah,
Especially
never.
here in the high desert.
Especially in the high desert.
That's true.
Exactly.
I mean, pink.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's unique.
Yeah. So.
Hey man, you know, some people might, you know, pink's their thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna eat a pink taco. That's it. you
Yeah.
know?
A little pinky. A little pinky.
And yeah, that's what grabs a lot of people's attention.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah,
a
just
pink
unique,
taco.
unique
Yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they
for
never
sure.
seen stuff like that. They're like, what? I mean,
Yeah.
does it have a better taste, different taste, or what? But they're bomb.
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
delicious, and the salsa too. You
Yes.
got to try them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like homemade. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure.
When you get that
Handmade
homemade salsas and homemade tacos and all that, you just
Yes.
can't.
They're
can't
made.
beat
They're made with love.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
saying?
Oh, yeah, they're pink.
Yeah.
No, hell yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, I've been following you guys since I met you guys,
Okay.
and you guys have been doing your thing, and I just love the growth too. Like, I go to a lot of community events, a lot of business, and you guys are always there.
Oh, thank
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you guys are all about networking and business and all that. Where did you guys get that from? Like, where does that mentality come from?
I think, I think we got it from our aunts and uncles. You know, they're always been in like businesses, and my dad as well. That they're always starting their own businesses, and I think that's where
That's
we
dope.
Hustlers.
Yeah.
So they have that. So you guys grew up seeing stuff like that. So it was kind of like natural. Like you guys
Yeah.
kind of already knew how to move and maneuver, right?
Yeah, we see my dad, doing his own businesses, our aunts and uncles. Even though we weren't close to them, but we seen them, and they're like, "Oh man, we're like, why can't we do that too?"
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They can do it. We
Yeah,
can
we
do
could
it.
do it too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think this era is different now because like the economy's so bad. It's been bad for a long time to where like you can't just have a regular 9-to-5 job anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Like it seems like everybody has a little side hustle or a little.
You have to.
It's almost like they have to.
Yeah,
Like,
you
how
have
else are you
to,
gonna
yeah.
survive?
Exactly.
So it's always good to have that side hustle, that extra, entrepreneur, because you kind of have no choice.
Yeah, cost of living up here is
exactly. One job is not enough.
cost of living is too high. Is too high up here. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not you can't compare it to down the hill, but
Yeah.
up here you got to have either 2 jobs or you got to be doing something on the side.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say what exactly.
There was a point I had 4 jobs one time.
No
and I didn't even know I had
way.
4 jobs.
No way.
I was like, what the hell is that? I'm going on my 3rd job. Like, when did I get 4 jobs? Like, damn, you know what I
you
mean?
just didn't know.
I didn't even know. It just crept up on me,
Yeah, for sure. It's
But
tough.
it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So coming from that LA, so you guys lived in LA your whole life?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you guys moved out here, I always ask people all the time, like that culture shock had to been there, right? I mean, did you guys ever come out here before?
Nope. Never.
First time you
First
just
time
moved?
I just moved out here because rent was getting expensive
Yeah.
out there. Even
Crazy.
the neighborhoods were getting crazy
Crazier.
out there.
Shootings.
So, yeah, shootings. Just a lot of craziness going on. So when I found this house that up here, I couldn't believe it. It was like a whole house for the amount of money I was paying for a 2-bedroom apartment in Los Angeles. So I'm like, I hopped on it, and thank God. And I felt like out here, our ambition grew. Because in
Yeah.
LA, it's kind of hard to start a business because you have to have a lot of money out there to start a business. And I feel like out here, there's so much opportunities
Right.
because it's a growing city. There's nothing out here. So I think that really what made us start, because there was no night markets, no pink tacos out here, nobody doing permanent makeup. Like,
Right.
I feel there was,
there's
you
a
could
lot-
grow a lot out
There's a
here.
lot of competition down there.
And there's a lot of competition.
Lot
And you
of
have to have money. You
competition.
have to have a nice storefront out there. So
yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because a lot of people who live here and they're trying to get shit popping, right?
Yeah.
They feel like it's not enough out here, so they
They
go
go down the
they go
hill.
down there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And then some people come from there, come over here for more opportunity. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? It's kind of
exactly.
weird. It's like,
Yeah.
how does that happen?
Exactly.
But yeah, so like I said, I follow you guys for a while, and then I saw the announcement you guys got your nonprofit.
Oh,
going.
yes.
So
We're
let's talk about
excited.
that.
Thank you. Yes, so our nonprofit is to help vendors get licensed, bring events and resources to the community. So we're excited about that.
Hell
So,
yeah.
It's almost
bring
like
workshops.
unity to the community.
That's
Yes,
dope. That's
yes,
dope.
so we're
You know-
excited.
Yeah, I know you guys made that post, and I was like, cool, because like the next day we got our nonprofit.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
was
we
like,
were
oh,
talking about it.
Yeah, remember we were talking about it? Yeah, I was like, man, it's crazy because,
Yes.
I talk to a lot of people too, and they always say like, you get your LLC and you get your nonprofit. But a lot of people I talk to, they all say the same thing. They go, nonprofit's the really way to go.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
You know what I mean? You
yes.
could do a lot more with a nonprofit.
Yeah.
It's the way that you run it, and you got to let it build just like
Yeah,
anything else.
exactly.
You want to get both though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
wanna
it's
get
good to have both.
You want to get
Yeah.
both, yeah, for sure. And us as Latinos, having a nonprofit, it's like we never ever thought of getting
Ever.
a nonprofit.
I never thought of it.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and doing this is a huge accomplishment for
Yeah.
us, and
that-
we're excited.
And that's good because you're kind of giving a foundation for other people that are trying to do it, that are kind of don't got no kind of lead to how to do it.
Yeah.
You're showing them that us Latinos that we can do it.
Yes,
They can do it
yes.
too.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
not just no offense. It's not all about the white collar people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, but it's everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody can do it.
Exactly. And then I really thought we weren't going to get it, because it's a hard process,
It
a long
is.
process.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, they're not gonna give it to us.
Yeah.
And it's a blessing from God
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Yeah, I like what you said there. How like Latinos, like Latinas, it's hard for us to get things established like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I said, I grew up the same way. I never knew about nonprofits and all that, and seeing people like who look like me or my age that run them.
Yeah,
and I'm
exactly,
and then I
right?
started meeting people who do, and I was like, oh shit, like it is doable.
Yeah.
Like I could do that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you said, it is a process, because we're still trying to tighten everything up with it too. We got most of it, locked in, but
It's still a lot of work.
it's still a lot of work.
Yeah,
and
it's
then you
Work
got to
never stops.
And then once you get it, now you got to figure out how to build
Yeah,
it,
exactly,
raise it. You
yes.
know what I mean? It was funny. I was talking to my wife the other day, and she was talking about like all the stuff we got going on like that, the nonprofit. And I said, look, I look at it like this, like anything that I put like a project or a brand like this, the Chop Shop, or like my DJ brand, or anything I was doing, I look at them like my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this, like we had to birth this, but we had to feed it, change it,
yeah.
teach it how to crawl, teach it how to walk. It's the same thing,
Baby.
It's like our baby.
Yeah.
So same thing with the nonprofit. I'm like, I told her, this is a newborn baby.
Yeah.
Now I gotta feed it. I
Feed
gotta
it, yeah. You gotta grow
I gotta
it,
teach
you
it how to
know?
talk,
Yeah,
teach it
yeah,
how to
that's
walk.
right.
I gotta,
Walk.
you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta
How to
do
expand.
Yeah.
And while you're building also still your LLC and,
Yeah.
other things. So it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I say like the
It
work
is.
never stops.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly,
Yeah, yeah.
It just begins, but it's endless opportunities once you start it.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
How do you feel? How do you feel about people who take on like? Because you could either be like have a 9 to 5 and live that life, or you could become an entrepreneur. And I hear a lot of people say, you work a lot harder and a lot more hours being an entrepreneur than you would being 9 to 5. Do you think that that's true?
Yeah, it's true. You do work a lot more when you're an entrepreneur. Like, I still have my 9 to 5, but I still have all these businesses. So
Yeah.
I'm working 24/7. And, it's easily just to work a 9 to 5, clock out and chill and relax.
Yeah.
But, it's just not for me. Like,
Yeah.
I want to grow my own business, and it's gonna take a long time, but then you'll have freedom, like
Right.
have your business run itself.
You can be
and
flexible.
So even just by running your own business is just an amazing thing, because you push yourself to a lot of limits that you don't know that you were capable of doing. Yeah.
It brings other stuff that you didn't know about yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're responsible for employees.
Yeah.
Or if you have benefits and payroll, like you're running that.
Yeah.
As an employee at a 9 to 5 job, you just go to work,
Yeah.
clock in, clock out, go home.
Yeah.
You
You
know what
have
I mean?
to, but the business, you have to get the money. You have to go get clients,
Right.
look for
They don't
work.
come straight to
It doesn't
you.
come to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know?
that's the scary part though too. When you start doing with like employees, you got to get insurance. You got to. It's a lot of stuff.
a lot, yeah.
You got to get insurance on your business. Anything happens, you got to make sure it's covered. Like it's a
Yes.
lot of stress.
Yeah, for sure.
It
Yeah.
is.
That's why a lot of times it's like it's easier just to go clock in, clock
I know,
out.
yeah, it is. But, I still
But like you
would've-
said, it's not meant for everybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
It
sure.
is
And
And there's
what it
nothing
is.
wrong with those people who do
Yeah,
that
no,
too.
no,
Like
for sure.
I grew up, I'm sure we grew up with a lot of like, blue collar work, just working class people. Like that's what they do.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people in my life that's all they know is get
Clock
up,
in, clock
clock
out.
in, clock out,
Yeah.
go home. You know what I mean? And I've always respected that, but I've also always respected people who think outside the box and want to pursue something different and try to build like a foundation or what do you call it? Like future generational
Stepping
wealth
stone.
for their families on their,
Yes.
so it's kind of like he said, there's some people who are built for that and some people who just ain't,
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
just how it is.
But
I
like
mean,
you said, you're like, I just can't do that. Like I need to
Yeah.
run my own thing.
You're building a dream, and then like there's a lot of friends and people that like think you're crazy. Like, why is this girl starting her own business? Like,
Yeah.
like, so it's hard because you go like against a lot of odds, and
Right.
sometimes you like everybody's being negative. You have to like depend on yourself, continue, stay focused,
gotta stay positive.
yeah, and stay positive.
And that's good too, because when you do make it, you can always, it's gonna talk for itself. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
you're not
for
gonna have to
sure.
tell them anything. You're just gonna have to look at them and be like,
Yeah, like
you mean I went for it and look,
exactly.
you
It
guys
was
are too
hard.
scared to do it and look.
Yeah, I have friends too. They're like, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm like, well, do it. They're like,
Quit saying
well, I'm
it.
scared that they're not gonna book me, or they're not gonna like, I'm not gonna have, I'm like, don't be scared, just do it.
Yeah.
Little by little, stuff comes to you, and
Yeah. Yeah, there's one thing that I've always kind of struggled with growing up, and kind of even now. Maybe you could relate to this too. Like as far as like being like a business owner, when I grew up, I always saw business owners, and a lot of them were always cutthroat, and they were very like greedy, stingy, like you know what I'm saying. And I always kind of felt like I was taught that you have to be that way, like you have to be like that. You kind of have to step over the people to get where you want to go, you know what I'm saying? And I always struggle with that because I'm kind of like, I want to be a business owner, but I don't want to do that though. I don't want to be like that kind of person, you know? And then I went to this thing, it was a church, God's house, right? In Hesperia. I went there and that day it was about business and how they balance like faith and family and business, right? And I needed to hear that because the way they were talking was like, look, you don't have to be, cutthroat. You don't have to be like that. You could still be a good person and still run a business. Yeah. And I needed to hear that because I was kind of like, because I don't want to be like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
But like, I'm sure we grew up seeing people like that, like bosses and managers or owners, and they're just like
think they're better than
all money hungry.
They belittle you.
Yeah, they belittle you.
You're like, intimidated.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm always like, but how do we not do that? How can we be successful being business owners and still be good people at the same time? Yeah. Do you think that could coexist, or do you think there's one or the other?
I do because, as for me, like I still support everyone, no matter like what stage in their business or, in the entrepreneurship they are. Like I still there support them,
Yeah.
So you don't have to, act like you're too high enough to like support someone, so.
Yeah, because it's hard to follow people like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because I always felt like if you have a boss or an owner and he or she is really good to you, then it makes you want to work harder for that person. For sure. But when they're acting like, like you said, belittle you and all that, then you're kind of like, man.
Well, I know how it is, so why would I want to make someone feel like, they're nothing when I felt like that too before, no, you got to support them. You got to be a good person at the end of the day, always,
And one thing I've learned too as I got older was not everybody has the same mentality as you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
so like being a business owner or a hustler, we have a different mentality, right? We're constantly, go-getters. Like you said, you were 24/7, right?
Yeah.
Not everybody does that.
Exactly, yeah.
Not everybody knows how to do that. Not everybody, anytime you give them extra work or they have to face extra work, they complain, they whine, they don't want to do it. And to people like us, we're kind of like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
people in this era, they don't want to do nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
All they want to do is go in and get a paycheck. Exactly. I mean, I work with people at my work and they don't want to do anything, but they always complain. I'm like, bro, like.
Yeah. I've been at jobs where literally like we're at our job, they clock in and they complain about being there doing their job.
Exactly.
And I'm like, why did you show up then?
Exactly.
Like, would you think you're going to come over here and chill?
I know, right? Exactly.
Like, it's work. Like, you got to work for 8 hours.
That was their plan, is to go and chill.
How does that work, No, but that's good. We need more people like that. Like you said, like, maybe it's just because the way we grew up, humble beginnings, Some people, they grow up different. Some people grow up with like a silver spoon in their mouth, so they feel entitled to everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
I feel like people like us, we grow up way different.
Yeah.
So we kind of understand like, hey, some people struggle with certain things, so we kind of have to be like, human to them.
Yeah,
but okay, you're going through something, you know what I mean? Some people don't know how to like connect with people.
Yeah.
But just in general, like lower class, it's always going to be hard for lower class to. They're always going to work harder. Their work ethics are going to be stronger than others. And I'm not saying that just lower class. I mean, that can be anybody, but it's a majority of the lower class that's like that.
Exactly.
That they always have to work because we came up from nothing. You know what I mean? Other people grew up with,
with the business. Sometimes they get handed a business down, or their parents help them pay for, their business. Like,
and those people don't know the struggle. Like, I mean, eventually they will, but hopefully they will, but they won't know the struggle like how we started from.
Yeah. Exactly.
From nothing to having what we have now. So.
And building it, like working hard,
So I want to go back to the HD family events. Like you said, you guys are in Barstow right now, right?
Yeah, we're in Barstow.
What is the ultimate goal for it? Like, are you guys trying to like branch out multiple areas at the same time, or is it going to be like one spot go to the next, or like do you guys want to lock into one spot, or do you guys want to be like
everywhere?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we want to be everywhere. We hopefully one day have several events going on the same day, like in different
Because
cities.
that'd be dope.
Yeah,
you got Barstow,
so
you have one
we got
here.
Barstow, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that'd be like,
That'd be
dang,
dope.
they're
Yes.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's
you
what
know?
we want to do. Like for our next month, October, we have mostly an event in every city: Apple Valley, Victorville, Barstow, Phelan. So yeah, we're trying to hit every city.
Dang.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
so you guys are already thinking about expanding and all that.
Especially cities like they're small. Like we still want to go to like Lucerne Valley when they don't have really
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
there. Bring out some food trucks, vendors, and some entertainment.
That's cool.
Yeah, definitely.
for
And
sure.
that's where that nonprofit kicks in.
Yeah.
Because that nonprofit is going to help you guys expand. It's going to
Yeah,
help
for
you guys
sure.
get to where you guys want to go
Yes.
and add more.
Yeah,
like
bring
you guys'
more
events are good
resources.
events, but now you guys can make them better now.
Yes, for
you know?
sure. It's
So
all
that's
about bringing
dope.
resources to the community. Helping vendors start their business. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
what we
tight.
wanna
Man,
do.
I wish we had that shit growing up out here, man. It was so dry out here. You know what I mean? Like I said, like growing up out here, there was nothing to do. All we did was get in trouble.
Yeah.
That's all we did. We would just get high, or we would be getting drunk, like literally like kids, like going to liquor stores, stealing beer and getting drunk. Like,
Hey, but the good part is that we're getting back to that same community that we were doing that to.
Yeah.
So that's
for
the good
sure.
part about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I think it's time for shots fired.
ooh, okay. How many did we have before? No.
I lost count.
So if you don't know the rules of shots fired,
Yeah.
all right. So we all take a shot, and then we say you taking a shot for whatever it is you want to take a shot for. So it could be anything. It could be whatever, anything positive. It could be because you woke up this morning. It could be
Yeah.
because you got paid today. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? So. Some people get real deep with their shots fired, man. Sometimes we're here crying and we're like, "Oh God!" You know, but it's good, you know. All right. So you go first.
You go first.
You go first.
All right. I'm gonna dedicate this shot to us for getting a nonprofit organization. LLC.
Yes.
I love that
You know,
one.
we're expanding. We're getting our stuff together, and we want to start doing big things.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This next year, so.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm next.
All
My shot's gonna be for the Daily Press because we got nominated for entertainment and leisure
Yay.
for the podcast. So hopefully people vote, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully we can win this thing, you know what I mean? And we can bring a trophy to Rafa Production Studios, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
And film it for the next
And
one.
film it, and talk
Have it-
about it
have it
and
right
brag
there in the
about it. No, I'm
center.
sorry, we're gonna do that. Rafa, if we win that, we're sharing that with you, bro.
Yes,
You know
because
what
if
I'm
it wasn't
saying?
for you, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, all day.
Yes.
All day, bro. So that's my shot right there.
Yes.
Yeah. That's right.
And my shot is, for, the high desert, everyone that's growing their business, building it up. And also for my sisters for, still continue doing the events, even though we have so many struggles. And
Hey.
now we got our nonprofit and we're
Hell
going to continue to going up from there.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Cheers.
So you brought up your sisters.
Yeah.
So how many siblings is there?
Well, I have 4 siblings. The sibling is me and my sister and my other sister, Bella. She's not blood related. But we met her here when we moved to Victorville. We had our first Boss Babe, like a little event, meet and greet. And ever since then, we kicked off with her. She also is an entrepreneur, hustler. And
Right.
because of her, too, we also started the events because she had experience. She had been to events before and night markets. So also, if it wasn't for her, it would have been hard for us to do it.
How was it for you guys growing up as sisters? Was there a lot of fighting going on, a lot of attitude? Was it
Yeah.
you guys get along? Yeah?
Yeah, it was a lot of fighting. She's 5 years younger than me, so when I was young, she would always snitch on me.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah. Snitching.
Beating her.
Yeah.
Snitches get stitches.
Yeah, you had to
they
bribe
lay
her and be like,
bitches.
"Shh, here, I'll pay you money. Don't say
Like,
that."
Mom, Blanca's over there with some guys. I'm like,
Can't lie.
Snitches get stitches.
I
And
know.
No
bitches.
wonder why she didn't want to sit on the
I know,
couch. She didn't
right?
want to,
No wonder she wanted to be in the podcast. Huh?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
she would always snitch me out.
Dang.
But as we grew older, and then especially when we moved out here, we both, wanted to grow. Like, we wanted to make more money. We wanted to start our
Yeah.
own business, too. And ever since then, we've been real close.
Yeah.
That's good.
So,
Do everything together.
working with family has been good because sometimes working with family could cause a lot of friction
drama.
and stuff like that. So it's been
Yeah, thank God it's been good.
Yeah.
I think, we do have sometimes our little disagreements, but it's 3 of us. So we kind of take each other's point of view and we kind of, settle in the middle.
Gee, that's good.
But yeah, it is, of course, we always have disagreements and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But we're able to get along, talk about it, and continue.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah,
For sure.
because like I work with a lot of people. I've been DJing for over 20 years, so I've done a lot of stuff, a lot of
Yeah.
businesses and all these things. But every time I work with my family, it's always been better for me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
Because
sure.
I feel like we kind of know what each other's thinking, and we know like what what needs to be done, or
goals.
we could hold each other accountable, and it's not that big of a deal. Like he's not my cousin by blood, but he's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like he
for
married my cousin, but to me, he's like my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and we've been cool for so long to where like he could hold me accountable. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I wouldn't get mad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's like my cousin. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So same thing with him. I could tell him, hey, bro, like you should do this more or something like that.
Yeah.
And he ain't gonna take it
It's,
personally.
Yeah,
and
for
it's
sure.
mutual. It's kind of good because we can be open.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
like,
you know,
you
you-
give your raw opinion.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like,
Some
yeah.
people that you can. Sometimes you work with people that you can't tell them exactly what they're messing on, or
Yeah.
give them advice like, "Hey, I think you should do this. This would look
Yeah.
better," because they'll get butthurt. They'll be like,
Yeah.
"No, what do you mean? You judge me now? Like you mean?"
Yeah.
With us, it's. I can tell him like, "Hey, you need to do this.
Yeah, for
hey, I don't
sure.
think this is working out.
Yeah.
Like we need to do something else."
Yep.
And we know what we got to do.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, we know what our role is and what needs to get done, and we get it done.
Yeah.
So
October 4th.
Yes.
Let's talk about this Expo Beauty
snaps.
Barber Expo going down.
Yes.
Okay, so I feel like this is like the first beauty barber expo the high desert's probably at this capacity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Maybe
for
there's been
sure.
like little stuff here and there, but like you guys are trying to go big with this one.
Yes.
So where did the idea come to do this expo? Have you guys been wanting to do this for a while?
You know, I did been wanting to do this for a while. I wanted to do something for the beauty and barber, and from LA, I seen they have their own barber expo. Even the Empire has their own beauty and barber expo. I'm like, why doesn't the High Desert have one? And I do think we do need it out here because there's a lot of talented barbers. Nail techs, lashes, hair. Like they're out here, and I always see people like, where could I find someone that does nails, that
Yeah.
does makeup? So that's, I'm like, man, we have to do this expo,
yeah,
and
I feel like the barber and beauty business has
evolve.
evolved so much. Like it's
Yes.
crazy. Because I remember like barbers back then, they weren't really
They were
like,
cool. They were cool, but they weren't really popping like that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And like you
Now
said,
all
like,
of a sudden, everybody wants to be a barber.
Yeah,
Everybody wants to do
exactly. Everybody
nails.
or
wants
like
to
the
do
lashes,
barber,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I remember like the lashes and like the eyebrows, like that became like a thing out of
Yeah.
nowhere. It was like, damn, my wife showed up to the house one day and her eyelashes were like this big. And she was looking at me and they were going like this. And I
Look
was
like umbrellas. They look like umbrellas.
yeah, I was like, whoa, look at caterpillars were like on. Yeah, they were like this. And I was like, whoa, like, you know what I'm
I tell
saying?
my wife the same thing. I'm like, man, you and your caterpillars, man.
I'm still trying to get used to them, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, damn, these motherfuckers are long. You know
Hey,
what
but
I'm
that's
saying?
cool. Is this your guys' first beauty barber expo?
The first one, yes. So yeah, we're excited. We're gonna have beauty competition, barber competitions. We have barbers already signing up,
Start.
and we're gonna also have local barbers, beauty salons promoting their businesses as well.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm just trying to highlight the talent that we have here in the High Desert. I feel like we're like our own little world up here in the High Desert.
Yeah.
So and there's a lot of amazing talent.
And this is
out
going
here.
out the Holiday Inn.
And it's
Holiday
yeah,
Inn.
for sure.
6 to 10, right?
6 to 10.
Going
yes.
down, hosted by...
Hosted by, yours truly.
Yes.
The
High
chow
Dev,
shop.
Yes.
Bam. Bam.
We'll be in the building doing our
Yes.
thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're excited. We're excited because we want to
Thank you.
see, where this could lead to, you know what I mean? Because it
Yes.
sounds like it's going to be a good one. And we're excited just to kind of network with everybody that's going to come out and get to know them.
Yeah.
And,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
Get other barbers together
Yeah.
that they
Yeah,
might
yeah.
not know about each other. And,
And this is just for the public. I mean, this is not just for people that work at a barber shop. This is people that are hustling out of their house,
Yeah,
their
wherever.
garages, their homes. This is your chance to shine and come out and
Yes.
show what you got.
And also
Yeah.
people who like sell supplies and stuff too, right? Like
Exactly.
barbers and stuff like that. My
Beauty
son,
supplies?
he's 17 and he's trying to be a barber.
that's awesome.
So he's excited. He wants
getting
to
down.
go.
He's
and-
getting down.
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. He's doing
for
his thing.
sure.
Yeah.
We also want to encourage, the teen. I'm always for the teens,
Yeah.
because they need stuff to stay busy.
Yeah,
And
or
get
to-
excited
yeah,
about
get excited
something
about,
that
getting
yeah.
in trouble.
Yeah, so hopefully at this expo they're able to find, either an educator, a school that they could sign up and, continue their barber career or their beauty career, you know? Like,
that's great
get
information.
expired.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
Yeah, because when I told my son about it, I was like, yeah, check this out. And then he was like, you guys are hosting it? And I was like, hell yeah, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to be there. Like, and he got excited. He's like, oh, like, I could go. I'm like, yeah, you can go. Like,
exactly,
I want you to go and meet these people. And you know what I mean? Like,
And this is for all ages, right?
All ages,
All
open to the
ages.
public. So if you're looking for a nail tech, lash tech, or barber, you're going to find one here at the expo.
super
And you
dope.
guys come out. If you guys are not into
Yes.
that, you just want to chill, come out.
Yeah, just come on,
Well,
check
have a
out
good
the
time.
work. That
Is there going to be some
barbers-
pink tacos there?
Yes,
Oh,
pink tacos
right.
is
What?
going to be
Pink
there.
Taco's gonna be in the house?
So,
What?
yes,
I can't wait. I'm already hungry.
Hell yeah, no, that's what's up. That's what's up. Now we're excited for it, and we're excited for anything else you guys got going on.
Yeah,
because I
thank
feel
you so
like
much for your support.
you guys are just getting started.
Thank you.
And
Likewise, you guys too, man. We're here to support each other. We've
Yeah.
been knowing each other already for a
Yeah,
while.
for a while.
Now we're connecting. So,
Yeah.
we got to continue growing
Yeah.
and support each other.
Yeah, we got some good things coming up. We got that. We want to do a toy drive for Christmas.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
We got our
Definitely want to
support,
get with you
yeah.
guys on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
you
we
know,
got our
so
support
we
right
might do
here.
it at your spot.
Proposals, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm already talking to
We
them.
might do
Yeah.
it there.
I'm talking to
Yeah.
them and see if we can do
Yeah.
something, collaborate, you know, with them.
for sure.
Yeah, that's
That'd be
one thing.
awesome.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like I feel like with these nonprofits, that we can actually make this a job or like a career
Yeah.
of giving back to the community. Like what better way could we?
I
you
know,
know what I mean?
right?
Like I just feel like, damn, that's what I really want to
It's
do.
like a blessing from God. Like, come
Yeah.
on, like you're able to give back really
Yeah.
now to your community. And
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
you
it's
know, so
awesome.
I'm looking forward to working with you guys more.
Thank you,
You know,
likewise.
like you said, we know each other for a while, but now we're gonna
Yes.
kind of go where we need to go and help each other.
yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
So I'm ready for it. October 4th,
Yes,
6
guys.
to
6 to 10.
6 to 10
Holiday
Holiday
Inn.
Inn.
Off the
Yes.
freeway on Palmdale Road.
Yes, it's
Is there
gonna
any
be
other events you
cracking,
guys got planned coming up that you
All
guys
Oc-
are
Yeah,
talking
all
about?
October we're busy. We're gonna be in Barstow for the Main Street USA. We're gonna be feeling at the Forever Wild Exotic Animal Sanctuary. We're
Wow, I
gonna
know.
be in Hesperia at a trunk or treat. So yeah, make
Hell
sure
yeah.
to follow us at
Dang.
Yep.
HD Family Events. The whole month we're busy, and all this is just to bring out the community. Have families come out, have a good time, and just enjoy.
You guys,
yeah,
unity the community.
Yeah, hell yeah. And
for
I
sure,
feel like the
yeah.
High Desert is definitely on that path right now. Because like we're all linking up with all the same people who are doing good, like Justified.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Justified,
Like
yeah.
people like that, you know what I mean? Connie, you know.
Shout
what
out
I'm
to
saying?
Justified and
Yeah, shout out
Connie.
to
For
Justified,
sure,
you know what I mean?
Justified.
But like there's so many people out here who are really putting a stamp on, the desert out here. Like, hey,
Yeah.
like, cause I'll be real, like the High Desert was known for a lot of bad shit for a long time. I mean, it kind of
And,
still
peop-
is, you know
and
what I
people still kind of see it as a bad, but
Yeah.
they just see what they hear on social media.
Exactly.
I mean,
They call it all these names like Twickerville and all this, but
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's
I mean,
not even
they,
like that.
they need to come down and see
Exactly.
what all the good stuff that's happening.
But you know what I encourage people though? I encourage people to like go to some of the city meetings or like the committee meetings, stuff like that. Because if you don't go to these things and hear what is going on or what they have planned or things like that, then you're on the outskirts and you're just hearing the negatives.
You're
See,
judging.
Yeah,
You're
you're
just
just judging, but you don't even know. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's how I got involved in the community. You know what I mean? I remember that's how I met Rafa's wife, Vida.
Vida,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because I remember there was a flyer for Route 66 and how they want to revive Old Town.
Yeah.
And something just told me, go.
Yeah.
Just go. And I just went. And I was like the youngest one there. I think it was me and Vida were like the youngest
Yeah,
people in there.
yeah, exactly.
But I was in there and I was just like, damn. And I was hearing, what they were talking about and a lot of the issues. And that made me want to be like, yo, like, this is what I want to do. I feel like I could help. I feel like I could, contribute.
Yeah, yes.
But if I didn't go, I would probably just
never
be
know.
like
Yeah.
the average person, just complain about everything.
Yeah,
When
no,
I can
for
actually get
sure.
up and do something
You
about
gotta
it.
show up and make it
Yeah,
show
yeah.
up and try to make a
Yeah.
change here in our
Make
community.
a difference.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because there's a lot of
exactly.
people who talk about this, that, but like people like you guys
Yeah.
are actually doing something about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we-
so
That's inspiration.
yeah, so we commend you guys.
Thank
You know what I
you.
mean? So but big
Likewise.
round of
Thank
applause
you.
for
Big round
Thank
of applause.
you.
Blanca
Thank
right
you,
here,
guys.
the whole
HD
HD family
events.
events.
Thank
You know what I'm
you,
saying?
guys. I
Hell yeah! So
And
yeah,
like we say, it's not a one and done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is
We
just
ha-
the
we,
beginning.
we have you here. We want to bring
Next-
you again.
next
Yes,
time we
thank
need the
you.
whole clan,
whole
dog.
crew.
We
Yes,
need
man.
all
The
3 or
whole
4 of them.
Yeah.
The
Camera
whole
turn that
crew.
way.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
Special surprise
I know,
Coming in? No, I'm
right?
saying no, but no.
But we thank you for
but thank
coming
you
and
guys. I
taking the
appreciate
time to
you
come in
guys.
and do an interview with us. You know, we
Likewise.
wanted to get you on here. You know, you're one of our people that were on the list.
Thank you so much.
So-
You guys got our support. You know, for the Christmas. You know, we're there.
Yeah.
and
Hell
support
yeah,
us well.
yeah. We'll contact you that as soon as we
Yeah.
get something locked down and it's on. We're gonna
Yes,
just,
for
just
sure.
go.
Yes.
You know,
All this for the
but yeah.
community.
Hell yeah. So
Yeah.
you guys already know what it is. This is the Chop Shop Podcast. My boy Nesto. You know, we got
Yeah.
Blanca right here from HD Family Events. Please,
you.
you know, follow her. Follow HD Family Events.
Yes,
it's
sir.
nothing but good for the community, and it's going down, man. You know,
Yeah.
we're getting the high desert turned
Crap
up over
over
here.
here.
We're getting
You know,
cracking
for
over
sure.
here.
Hell
Don't forget to
yeah.
give us a like, a follow. You know, follow us on YouTube.
And vote for Pink Tacos too
Yes,
for Best of
Chingona
the Desert.
Tacos.
Yes. And vote
And
for
also
us too.
Chop Chop. For,
Hey, you know what I mean? We
you
barely
know,
made the
best-
cut. We
yeah,
barely
but we made it. But we made it.
We're in there.
vote.
We're in there
You
like
guys go out there
swimwear.
and
You know what
vote.
I'm saying?
You know, go ahead and vote for us. You know, give us some support for the Chop Shop and for the Pink Tacos.
Yes, guys.
You follow us on Roku TV. Where else? Apple TV, Fire Stick.
Yep.
Awesome.
Urban Soul
Look
TV.
at
Yeah.
Urban
So
Soul
TV.
so this
Growing out
interview is
here.
going
That's awesome.
everywhere.
We're going viral.
That's
We're going
right.
viral.
You're gonna
That's
turn into
right.
Oprah pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? So just
We're
letting
going
you know
viral.
that.
Yeah, we're
awesome,
trying to do. We're
guys.
trying to do the most.
That's
And big shout out to Rafa Productions
Hey,
again. You know what I'm
Rafa
saying? The
Productions.
best in the HD.
Yeah.
You ain't
Hands
gotta
down.
find a
Studio.
better spot to do your
I'm
content.
telling you
Exactly,
right now.
the best in the
But
high
you guys better
desert.
book him soon because this boy busy.
I know,
You know what I mean?
right?
Boy
Yes,
busy. So it's going down, man. But yes, give us a like, give us a subscribe. So we out. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.